Welcome to the Zompire Horde podcast. Join us every Monday, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, as your hosts, Vlad the Rad and Michelle of the Dead, discuss horror, true crime, and the macabre. Episodes available on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Join us, won't you? Well, shit the bed, it's Michelle of the Dead.
And Vlad the Rad.
And
my
Vlad
favorite
dad. We're both here.
Yay! What do we have for everybody tonight, Vlad?
So we're gonna bring on our good buddy, my good buddy, who I've known for quite some time. He is the owner and operator of BodyScare and Splatterhouse Wreckords. His name goes by Patrick VonSmithenstein.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Hey, there he is now. What's up, Patrick?
Hello.
That's right.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going to ask. I was going to just dive right in and say, what is this body scare?
No icebreaker questions. You're just gonna dive right the fuck in, huh?
she's
all right, that's cool.
She's into like taking care of her skin and whatnot.
What was that, bud?
I said she's a chick. She's into like taking care of her skin and whatnot. She needs
let's figure it out. So BodyScare. BodyScare is a brainchild between me and my wife, where we make all natural body care products. So we make soaps, we make beard oils, beard balms, sugar scrubs, all the fun stuff that people need to smell and good and be clean. But they're all horror themed. So, like everything follows like a horror line. So we have like a Bruce, which is our Jaws horror line. We have Boogeyman, which is our Halloween horror line. We have an officially licensed Bill Moseley product line called I Am the Devil. So that's pretty awesome. We're pretty
like it.
That. We actually have a Zompire officially licensed product line too.
That's what I was waiting for.
It's actually probably my favorite and one of our best sellers. It's a tobacco vanilla, but we only do the beard oil in the Zompire, but it smells fucking fantastic.
Also,
That's awesome.
Also, Michelle, there was a box we did where we featured Friday the 13th, and they had some really cool. They still have them. They're Jason Voorhees like hockey mask bars of soap. You guys still have them on your website, don't you?
I kind of need one of those.
That's we did the Camp Blood line prior to working with Zompire on the box, and then for the box we switched the soap to a hockey mask for you guys, and then kept the hockey mask running as the official like style for the soap after we put them out in the box. So your box was the first drop of the hockey mask, but then moving forward after that, we switched to keeping that line as a hockey mask.
Melissa Volan says you have her money, so we're already making you sales.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, heck yeah, that stuff sounds awesome. It's stuff for boys and girls and everybody.
Well,
yeah, I make all the male products, and my wife makes all the female products.
That's funny because I make beard oil.
Nice. I mean, I have a beard. I would love to try it.
You guys are going to compare recipes.
Exactly. So far, I don't have a name for it or a logo or anything, but I have samples. And if you send me an address, I'll send you samples. And as soon as I can get to a post office, Vlad, I'll get you yours.
You guys actually aren't far from one another, I don't think.
Well, wait. Where do you live?
I am out in Graham.
Oh. Well, I mean, that's not too bad. I'm in Renton.
Oh, no, yeah, that's.
I mean, it's a bit.
It's closer than I am to you, Vlad. That's for sure. You're like a fucking like day away from me.
I told him he's in goddamn Canada or Idaho or wherever Montana.
Well, and if you do go to their BodyScare, the cool thing is they actually have like coffin shaped soaps. They have batch. Don't you have batch shaped soaps too?
We do, yeah.
Yeah, and you guys do.
Awesome.
We have a Coven product line, and that one has a pentagram shaped soap. We have a Trick or Treat product line that has pumpkin shaped soap. Then we have the Jason mask shape. But a majority of them are coffin shaped. Yeah.
Tell Michelle too. I'm sure everyone else would like to hear about it. Is the thing you did with the Soska sisters?
Oh yeah. I am a huge fan of the Soska sisters, the Twisted Twins, whatever you want to call them. I love their movies. They are phenomenal people. They're just down to earth. They're sweethearts. Like when you talk to them, they're some of the most caring people in like the show business that you'll ever meet. And so I reached out to Jen Soska and did a deal with them where they made exclusive protection charms for BodyScare that we sold in a bundle. So you got the protection charm, one of our Coven products, and an autograph from Jen Soska and Sylvia. She autographed too. So it was a really cool bundle that we did. It was super rad.
And that bundle was pretty cheap.
Like I was so stoked to work with them on that. They were so helpful and just like you would think, oh, who are we to them, right? We're just like a mom and pop. But they were like, yeah, fuck it. This sounds awesome. Let's do it. Sent them some samples of our stuff. They loved it. Like it was just such a pleasant experience.
That's awesome.
And that bundle that you guys sell on Etsy through them is not very expensive. I think it's actually cheaper than just buying their autographs outright.
Yeah, it's $45.
That's what I was going to say. And then you just get the bell jar and other stuff.
We have a couple left, actually. I think there's like one or two left.
I was on your website.
Sound like they would make great gifts for me. If anybody wants to buy me one, I'll give you my address. Just send me a private message.
You also did the same thing with Bill Moseley too, where actually one of the pieces was, I think, what Jesse Shackelford, who used to do our art prints, he did an art print, I think, and then his daughter did there's a Facebook user that says hello. You have to give him permission to use your name, or you'll come up as Facebook user, just FYI. But you also, but his daughter did a like drawing kind of art piece of him, and that was also one of the options, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it's a bundle that we're still running. It's the officially licensed Bill Moseley product. You get your choice of artwork from Jesse, who did a fantastic job of a character of Bill Moseley, or then you get your choice of a very unique and very interesting, I absolutely love it, portrayal of Bill Moseley from his daughter Marion Moseley. She just created this really interesting piece that screams Bill Moseley and Marion Moseley, like just their brains. And Marion Moseley also drew up our labels for that product. So like the label on the beard oil and the label on the beard balms and the soaps and all that. That label was created by Marion Moseley.
Dude, how badass is that?
Yeah, that was a fun experience too. Like I still can't really like fathom the fact that happened. It just happened. I was like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Making connections is what's happening. That's what it's all about. Networking in the art industry.
That was kind of like when I was at my mom's funeral and Mark Holton called me at the funeral, and I was just like, what the fuck? This is so badass. Like it's just kind of fucked up, but I'm kind of stoked right now.
Yeah, you were like torn between like being super stoked that Mark Holton's calling you, but you were also like, I'm at a funeral, dude.
Yeah, I'm like, this is cool. On the phone with me right now, but it could have been under better circumstance. Under like tomorrow would have been better, or yesterday.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where you're kind of like stoked when you do work it out. You know what I mean? Like when you get that connection to somebody who you've watched their work. Like growing up, I watched Teen Wolf. We watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 and Devil's Rejects, House, all the Moseley stuff. And so like being able to work with them now in our 40s or whatever, it's just kind of cool. Like the world comes full circle.
You mean 30s?
Yeah. Oh,
no. I mean 35. Yes.
I mean, I'm what, maybe 19.
You don't look a day and a half.
You've been in this business from a very young age, sir.
Yeah, right.
I'm assuming Ryan Merriman says Ozzy from Leprechaun. Yes, he did play Ozzy in Leprechaun. I actually, when we did a signing with him, he tried to pitch me Leprechaun, And I was like, look, dude, we do a true crime box. My favorite true crime like movie is fucking Gacy. You played John Wayne Gacy, Pogo. Like, I need that in my box. And he's like, really? Yeah, man, let's do it. And I was like, yeah.
That was a good call, man. I'm so glad you chose Gacy over Leprechaun. I love Leprechaun, but Gacy I feel it's an underappreciated movie for sure. And I feel like you were a trendsetter on that too, because like 3 or 4 boxes after your Gacy drop put Mark Holton in their boxes. So
right,
good job on that.
That was
trends, Vlad.
That's kind of one of the cool things, like when because I watch really bad movies, like really fucked up movies. And one of the ones I always wanted to do since we started Zompire, and I was kind of like waiting to see if someone else would do it, was Cannibal Holocaust. And I never thought I would be able to get an autograph from Cannibal Holocaust for my own personal collection, let alone for the box, And as soon as we did that one, I was like, dude, we should just do all the fucked up movies, like Faces of Death, and you know what I mean? Like, dude,
nobody but you's gonna have the balls to put Cannibal Holocaust in a mystery box.
Or Serbian film.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Thing is for my whole life I wanted to use the term testicular fortitude in a business conversation. And when I was talking to Alan Yates, Carl York, who played Alan Yates in Cannibal Holocaust, when I was messaging him about doing the box, I was like, I don't think any of my competitors have the testicular fortitude to put Cannibal Holocaust in a box. And he sent me a LOL with a fucking crying face emoji. Like, dude, nailed it.
That is so gangster.
Hey, was it really right there the whole time?
It was underneath my. I have a stack of shit that my laptop's on. Shut up. Hey, keep in mind that I was sick earlier and I had just woken up, so I'm okay now.
Fair enough. Hey, you found it. That's all that matters.
Yep. Anyways,
the reason many probably 10, 11, 12 years ago now, I went and saw a show that you put on, I believe. Didn't you do that show at the free Coffin Cats show?
The one that we met at? Yeah. That was us. Yeah.
You put that on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's where we very first met. So that would have been about 12 years ago, I think now.
Longer than that, I think.
Really?
No, well, I don't know, man. Time to me, I don't
But basically, Splatterhouse Wreckords, that's how we kind of met and became pals, was through your record label, which I was happy. I went onto the Facebook today and noticed that it was still active. So you're still doing stuff, or?
Yeah, that's a funny question, man. The short story is yes. Splatterhouse Wreckords is still around. We've been around since 2011 and we're still going. The long answer is the last 2 years have been fucking rough. COVID was rough on everybody, but it fucked the underground music industry really bad. So we've been pretty dormant the last couple years and not really doing anything. But the last couple days, I've been getting the wheels going, started getting in motion, putting on the next Psychobilly Brawl, which is our annual Psychobilly Fest in the Seattle-Tacoma area, which I'm super excited about. So I'm either going to get another Psychobilly Brawl up by late 2022 or early 2023. So super stoked about that. And we got the ball rolling on possibly getting maybe a couple albums out by the end of this year. So wheels are moving slow right now, but I'm just stoked that they're moving again.
Right.
I think maybe you should tell us a little bit about Splatterhouse Wreckords.
Wait, first of all, I want to make a little three-way connection here because we haven't done it yet. I performed a wedding.
A three-way.
Wedding that, the Hot Rod and Romeos played, which were on his label. Well, they also played Michelle's wedding.
Yeah, they were our wedding band.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, we got married out in Matlock, which is way.
That's how we came full circle there.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Oh, my husband used to work with Johnny, and that's how we met them. And then he pinstriped the upright bass. My husband, Michael.
Billy's upright?
Yeah. And
did he put the lights on there?
No.
Oh.
Just the pinstriping. And then they played at our wedding, which was like, it'll be 8 years in August. So I mean, and then we all just kind of like fell ways for different reasons. And I talk to Billy sometimes still, and Berta, his lady, because I see him at car shows all the time because we always go.
Yeah.
You know, I've got we have vintage cars, and so I got my bulletproof shirt on.
I think
I always see them there. I show my car there. Although I have a '62 Ford Falcon wagon, custom. It's got a straight 6 that needs to be replaced. I've replaced. It used to have a generator, and I kind of wanted to keep that, and then I had it fixed a few times, and I was like, oh fuck it, alternator it is. And so now, since the engine crapped out, I mean everything else has been redone, you know, new transmission, everything. I just have to get a new motor in there and get it back on the road again, because it's got beautiful pinstriping, it's got white leopard print headliner, it's got custom diamond stitch seats, it's got the spikes for the lugs. I've got 59 Cadillac tail lenses for it. They fit perfect. It's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, sounds good.
And the horn goes, and it's ridiculously loud.
Why wouldn't
it? So, anyways, one day I'll be rolling up in that eventually.
Sure. Super excited.
Yeah.
So what bands do you currently have that are like playing shows that are still kind of active?
The only active bands on the label right now are the Rockets.
I've actually seen them.
Yeah, the Rockets are still active. The Heartfall Hearts are still active.
Did you have Raw Dogs?
Raw Dogs?
Yeah.
No, we booked a bunch of stuff for them. The Raw Dogs put out one album and they did it DIY. We were gonna put out their next album for them, but then they just kind of dissipated and they're not really around anymore.
Was Jason and Sock? They were on your label, weren't they?
Yeah, they were actually the first band we signed.
Were you at the video shoot for Shit Happens When You Party Naked?
I had to miss that. I was unfortunately not able to make that video shoot. But I got a lot of pictures that day from people.
I tell people about it, and then they want to watch the video, so I show them the video, and Angela's always like, "Stop it!" Because in the video, I'm like throwing fake cocaine, but I'm like throwing fake cocaine in my face. Like, we shot it twice. We shot a naked version and a clothed version.
Yeah,
I've still never seen the naked version. Thankfully, I'm kind of afraid to at this point in my life.
Wait, were you naked in it, Vlad?
Yeah.
How soon after your accident was this naked video?
That was a while, wasn't it?
I believe this might have been before the accident, actually.
Oh, so there was no.
Yeah, this was
painted.
I want to say like October we filmed that, and then the accident was December 31st, November 1st. So
December 31st, November 1st.
It happened New Year's night, like 11 o'clock, so December 31st. But we shot that music video in like September, October.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That was a lot of fun though. That it was an all day thing, but that shit was a ton of fun.
Yeah, that was back when Splatterhouse had punk bands on it. Like, because when we first started out, we were punk and psychobilly, and just over the years, we kind of just morphed into just being a straight psychobilly band label. Like the punk, like it just naturally happened. Where we stopped signing as many punk bands and started just strictly doing psycho.
I feel like the Pacific Northwest though is a much more like psychobilly, rockabilly kind of air. You know what I mean? There's like a lot of car culture here. Because we don't salt our roads. But it just seems like that fits a little bit more.
Yeah, the psychobilly scene is actually pretty big here. It's in the woodworks, so unless you know about it, you don't know it's here. Yeah. The Coffin Cats, we were just talking about them a couple minutes ago. They were just in Tacoma a couple weeks ago. And it's really the first show. It's really the first psychobilly show that's happened in this area since COVID. And man, it was great to get out and be in the community again and just see everybody from back then, like everybody's gone. Just see everybody that you haven't seen for a while, and
everybody is gone.
Yeah, it's just gone. It was so good, and there was so much love for like the label there, and it was good to see the Cats again because we're good friends with them. We we hang out with them when they come in town. We've worked with them a couple times, booked them a bunch of times. So it's good to see them again. It's good to see friends that I hadn't seen in a while. The scene's still alive, and I'm excited to see kind of things open back up again and more shows come in. Hopefully Psychobilly Brawl comes soon.
That was actually one of the I have actually not been to Psychobilly Brawl. I almost went one year because Noel Austin's Freaks was performing. And I ended up having to work that day, so I think I sent my apprentice down, and he's the one that did the hooks for that show.
That's when Gibby owned it still, Greg Gibson.
Yeah.
Him? Yeah, really? So Greg Gibson owned Psychobilly Brawl back in the day. He started Psychobilly Brawl. It's his baby, and it always will be. And then he sold Psychobilly Brawl to Jacob Noose, the DJ.
You're talking about the photographer, right?
Huh?
You're talking about the photographer Grib, right?
Greg, yeah, he did photography,
yeah.
He sold Psychobilly Brawl to Jake, and Jake ran it for a couple years, and then and in that time, shortly after Greg sold it to Jake, Greg passed away, and then Jake sold it to me in 2017. Splatterhouse Wreckords bought the rights to Psychobilly Brawl from Jake in 2017. We did our first show in 2018 because we didn't do one the year we bought it. So we had a show in 2018 and 2019, and then COVID happened. So we've done 2 official Psychobilly Brawls since we bought the rights from Jake. Jake did like 3 after he bought the rights from Greg. So we're hoping to get it back up and running so we can pay tribute to Greg still and keep his show running, because we love the guy. And I don't know if anybody in the Seattle music community knows that Greg put his heart and soul into any kind of music. I mean, he was into ska, punk, psychobilly, grunge, garage rock. He was one of the biggest promoters in Seattle, and he did hip hop shows. He did them all, like anything he just threw together, and was just so well known. So I want to keep the show going mainly for him too.
Just kind of like not a memorial, but like in memoriam.
In his honor.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Where are you looking at having it, like venue wise?
So we normally do it at El Corazon, but
had some good times there.
Yeah, right? I think I'm gonna get spicy though, and I think I'm gonna move the show to Tacoma. See what happens in Tacoma.
There's at least a pint of my blood still attached to the floor in the El Corazon from the many fights I've gotten into.
Yeah. El Corazon is one of my favorite places in the world for venue wise, but man, I would not eat if I touched the floor, I wouldn't eat anything like that with my hands.
Yeah.
I remember one show, this dude stage dived and he kicked me in the face, and he didn't break my nose, but he had a gnarly cut and it was bleeding. And I went into the bathroom, I was kind of sopping it up, but I'm trying to remember the name of the band. It was a Seattle band, it was a hardcore band, started playing, and so I just ran out of the bathroom and I have just blood dripping down my face. And they're like, dude, you got to get out of here. You're freaking everyone out. Because I was in the pit, bleed, just pouring blood out of my nose.
Spreading your cooties.
And clean that shit up.
Glad cooties flying everywhere.
Yeah.
This is pre-COVID, so it was okay to bleed on one another.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Hygiene rules were way different back then.
They were
it's hard to have blood rituals with COVID. God damn it.
Even when they start taking showers, with the world's in trouble.
Yeah, right.
No shit.
Well, I'm excited to see what you got going on with Psychobilly Brawl. I think that's going to be a nice way to bring back the community and be able to bring back bands on a larger scale. I think right now the clubs are still are now kicking back up and operating. Are they?
Yeah, they're slowly opening.
Yeah,
Jazz Bones is open in Tacoma, fully open.
I think Tony V's is having shows up in Everett.
Yeah, Tony. Oh, yeah, that's a good reminder. The Coffin Cats actually wasn't the first. Good call. You caught me slipping. The Coffin Cats wasn't the first psychobilly show in this area to open up. Los Gatos Locos played at Tony V's up in Everett at the end of 2021. So they really kind of opened up the scene coming back alive here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So as far as like Splatterhouse, you guys are gonna start revving up more, doing shows and putting out records.
Yeah. Now that everything's like, now that the world's getting like back to whatever normal you want to call
The
it.
new normal.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it, whatever's happening. Now that that's happening, yeah, that's our plan. We're already working on, you know, the future.
Yeah.
Post COVID future.
The post-apocalyptic future.
Hey, yeah, I was just gonna say the apocalypse is one of our topics. So you have you got a lot of things up your sleeve for us to look forward to in the next several months. Then
hopefully,
so
yeah.
With Michelle, then with the Crypticon this year, are they doing a very similar thing as last year as far as the COVID and how they're gonna let people in and everything? Because that might be something, you know, with Psychobilly Brawl that would come into effect where, you know, if it's not fully open.
Right. Well, as it stands, we're gonna, you know, Crypticon has to follow, you know, the rules of the state or whatever because it's a hotel and it's a convention and all that. But I did not order Crypticon masks this year because it's probably not going to be a mask required thing.
Bring your own mask.
Yeah. So I mean, right now it still says on the website masks, but you know, once we get closer, we'll probably just keep it updated. So just keep checking the site for updates.
Right on.
Yeah, it's always in flux.
I would have figured, you know, I guess with Psychobilly Brawl, that's like a smaller event, but you know, I don't know like how I was more curious how clubs are doing it because I haven't really been anywhere. I live in a small ass lumberjack town.
I went to the Appellate Fairgrounds on Friday and I went to the Rock and Gem show and masks were not required. We wore masks because I still don't want to get sick. I don't care from COVID, the flu, a cold, somebody's mono. I don't want to, meningitis through my eye, so I'm wearing a mask and I would say 75 to 80% of the people there were not wearing masks. A lot of them were older and it's like, people they're getting comfortable and it's like just do it gradually so that we don't have a big spike in cases again because I'd really like life to like happen again,
Yeah, back to normal.
Yeah. Sure. But I mean, I don't know.
Have either of you guys taken the time to go see Morbius yet?
No, but I've heard good things.
Oh, I've not heard good things.
Really? Yeah. I've heard everybody.
I went on Saturday matinee, paid $6 because I was like, it's cheap, and I've heard both, ends of the spectrum on whether it's good or not, and I won't spoil it. I will say that what's his name, Jared Leto gets a bad rap. He deserves more credit for his the job he did as Morbius.
Mm-hmm.
I love the fact that it kept elements of comic book in the movie. I never read the comic, so I'm not saying in relation to the comic itself, but just visually. And I thought it was a fucking badass movie. I thought it was really, really good.
On the Jared Leto thing, I feel like Jared Leto, like I agree with you, he gets a bad rap. Jared Leto is not a bad actor. No. He just tends to be in movies that are poorly written, and you can't really blame that on the actor. Like they're dealing with what they get, right? They have to make best of what script they get,
right?
And I mean, because he's done some phenomenal work when he's given the right script.
Well,
so yeah, I don't hate on him for like Joker. I actually kind of liked elements of his Joker as well.
I was going to bring up Joker real. Oh, go ahead. I didn't.
Go ahead.
I was going to bring up Joker real quick because I think the misconception is people thought they were going to get Heath Ledger Joker, and what they didn't realize is it was supposed to be Suicide Squad Joker, which is vastly different than Dark Knight Joker. And so I think a lot of people went into it expecting one thing and getting not what it should have been per se, but more close to the Suicide Squad Joker, and they weren't expecting it, and they were like, fuck,
Yeah. No, yeah, I totally agree with that. I mean, every Joker we've ever gotten has been a complete 180 from the previous one, and as it should be. Like I feel like Joker's one of those characters that really just tests an actor, like, and it allows an actor to just open up, like, be who you want who you want the Joker to be. Right. And if you go into the Joker to make it yours, you're gonna fucking crush it.
Well, like, and I've always thought every Joker, like from Jack Nicholson, he was very fitting to the Tim Burton-esque Batman. Like he was a great Joker for that. You know, the guy from Dark Knight. Help me here.
Heath Ledger.
I just said his name, but yeah, skip me. He was perfect for that. You know, that Batman. I thought Jared Leto was like perfect for this Batman. There was issues I had with that actual character, like Joker's not going to lay there and allow someone to tattoo him. He's too egotistical for that.
Yeah,
he's not going to allow himself to be the victim of something, and so I don't see him laying there and getting his face tattooed. But whatever, you know, he becomes Joker at some point. But I thought he did a great job, and so when I heard the thing. Every time I hear people being like a movie sucks, I go see it and I think it fucking rules. So I was kind of like, let me just go see it. $6. I'm not going to lose anything over it. And the whole time, like I fall asleep at movie theaters because I'm like, whatever, you know. And I was glued. I was watching it. It was great. I liked it a lot.
So I'm gonna be the host of your show real quick and ask you a question.
Okay.
Since we're talking about movies that have not gotten a good rap, and we're supposed to be talking about horror and not comic books. But I love them both. Obviously, I mean,
Morbius is kind of horror.
Have you watched the new Chainsaw yet? Because I haven't. I have not watched it yet. I feel like I'm letting myself as a horror fan down for not watching it, but
you should watch it.
I'm able to bring myself to do it yet.
All right, being the Texas nerd I am,
that's why I'm asking you.
What I'll say about it is, if you go into it and you don't relate it to any other Texas Chainsaw Massacres and look at watch it as a standalone movie, don't pick it apart too much. It's got good gore. None of the characters are really great, but it's just a letdown as someone that when you tell me that you're coming off of the 1974, we're picking up right there. You know, we're not even right there, even if it is fucking 50 years later. Like when you're picking up that storyline, you have to do things like respect the characters you bring back, i.e. Sally Hardesty. You have to there has to be like
continuity,
a good connection.
Yeah.
And between the two, there really wasn't. There was so many unexplained things. It was just trying too hard, or not. It didn't try at all to connect at all, and they completely disrespected Sally Hardesty as a character. I don't know. Like I said, if you go into it just for the fun of watching a gory movie, it's pretty good. A lot of the kill scenes are really, really rad. The mask is ugly as shit. It should never be considered a Texas mask. But that's what happens when you have British people make Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But yeah, I mean, again, here Rob Beauchamp says it was a letdown. It's not a bad movie. It's just a bad movie if you're a Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan and you were expecting it to come off of 74 and there be some canon between the two, and there just really wasn't. And it was just when you watch it, you'll be like, okay, I watched it the one time. You'll probably never want to watch it again.
Yeah, and I mean, the reason I wanted to ask you is because I know Chainsaw 2 is like your ultimate favorite movie, and I know your love for the Chainsaw series. So I was like, if I'm gonna get anybody's opinion on this movie and take the opinion seriously and not just be some fucking random Facebook schmo, it's gonna be you on that movie. So.
Well, and it was like I watched it twice in like a 12-hour period, and then I recorded a video, like a review video, and I just went on this tangent, right? And it's on Vlad the Rad Productions YouTube. But I just went on this tangent, and then as soon as I got done recording it, it was like 40 other ideas came into my head, and I'm like, fuck! Like I should have said this too.
Re-record.
But you know, there's sometimes when you take a movie, like when they did the Evil Dead, right? Like the first Evil Dead was an amazing movie, but the remake Evil Dead to me was like far superior. And I felt like I didn't expect a better Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, because to me that movie's perfection, but I expected a good part 2 to 74. And it just didn't even have the same like feel at all. Like the cinematography, everything was just off. There's at one point, so I don't want to spoil it too much, but there's one point, because it's in the trailer, he like breaks through a wall and grabs a chainsaw and just fires it up. Like, at what point did he wall in, like drive plaster a wall with a chainsaw in it? And how is the fucking gas still good in it? How long has that chainsaw been? It was just like one of those kind of, you know, continuity questions where you're just like, that doesn't make any sort of sense at all.
Yeah, they put it in for the badass effect, but it didn't make any sense to the character or the storyline.
Right. Here, Rob Beauchamp says, if you watch the others and a fan of TCM, you just have to watch it once. Pretty much.
Yeah, I'll probably get around to watching it in like maybe a month or two. Like, I'll probably finally be like, you know what? I should probably watch this movie.
Yeah. I think, like I said, I think you'll appreciate certain aspects of it. Like, again, some of the kill scenes were really cool. Everyone was a fan of the bus kill scene, and I wasn't. I thought it was kind of stupid and corny, but it's still some gore for the sake of gore, and who doesn't love that, you know?
Yeah.
My favorite bus kill scene was in a movie called Tag. Have you seen it?
That sounds so familiar.
Isn't that the one that has like, it's a bunch of people?
I think it's a Korean or Japanese film.
Oh no, I'm thinking of a different.
And it's like one of the first scenes. This bus full of students. I mean, it gets fucking chopped in half this way, and everybody gets chopped in half inside. And it's like one of the first things you see when you turn on the movie. And it's rad. Anyways, I just thought I'd throw that in since
that's a nice little, hey, welcome to our film.
Yeah.
There's that one Japanese movie. It's called like, oh shit, I don't remember, but I remember the opening scenes, like all these girls in like school uniforms, and they jump in front of a
Suicide Squad.
No, it's called
Battle Royale.
Is that Battle Royale?
I haven't watched
Battle Royale. They're all on this island. It's very Hunger Games.
No.
It was the original Hunger Games.
This one, they're in like a city. You're close with the Suicide. I just can't remember the whole name, but yeah, it's like 40 like Asian like girls wearing like school uniforms, and they're all holding hands singing, and then like the light rail comes and they all hop in front of it. It's called like, oh shit, I can't remember. Suicide Girl. No, that's a different movie. But yeah, I can't remember what it is. It's a pretty badass movie though.
I think I have it in the other room. Suicide Club or something.
So,
you should dig through your collection real quick and find it.
Mine's all boxed up
because I'm super curious now.
Although I did just buy this mint piece. It's the 3-box set for $15.
Nice.
Yes, I was pretty excited. Let's see. I don't have much else going on over here. All my stuff's put away. But how can you go wrong with Zombie Holocaust?
I mean, you just can't, like, ever.
You just can't go wrong with that one.
Yeah, it's like ever.
Suicide Club.
Suicide Club. There you go. That's Suicide
Club. I feel like I have not seen that.
Oh, you have to. It's good. Yeah. It's like Ichi the Killer. You got to see that too if you haven't seen it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, seen that.
I always tell people to watch
Suicide Club. I think I would remember that opening if I'd seen it.
You might have been like had a beer or so, or don't remember.
Just like you did when I'm watching it.
That's probably why I watched movies so much growing up. Like, watched the movie same so many times over again. Like, I've seen Devil's Rejects like 150 times. It's probably because I drank through 100 of those times.
I was watching your guys's your Rob Zombie episode recently.
Oh no!
I was like, man, I need to be in this episode right now because I had so much stuff to just like go back and forth with. I was like, I love Rob Zombie's horror movies, and I was like, oh my god.
Hey, anytime you want to be on an episode, let us know. We'll be happy to have you.
Sweet.
I could do another Rob Zombie episode.
We could. Yeah, it's like it'll be zombie films part. Duh.
I just actually today, speaking of Rob Zombie, I today got in a Clint Howard signed what is he, Baggy Britches? Was his name?
The mask?
Yeah, I got the mask signed.
And so Grape Ape had one of those, and he pulled it from. Oh, he got it in a trade, right?
Yeah, I got mine in a trade too.
Yeah. What box were those in? Do you know?
I think it was Mintich Authentics.
Gotcha. I
think it
want
was
that
them.
fucking mask. Like I've seen
Yeah.
that shit, and I was like, "Holy hell, that's amazing!"
It's actually I don't own masks. I think the only other mask I really own is the Pretty Woman Leatherface mask.
Yeah.
Which I have like a stand built for it and everything. But I don't really collect masks. But when I saw Josh open up his on his YouTube channel, which is Josh's Hoarder Corner,
Quick
I was
plug.
like, yo, I need to go. Like, I want one of those. That's so fucking cool looking. So I actually got mine in the mail today. I traded a Marilyn Manson signed Antichrist Superstar poster for it.
That's a good trade. Like
Yeah.
that, like I would have traded that too. Like
I'm trying to beef up my Rob Zombie collection, like of auto, like from his different films, like just different actors and stuff. And it like I could have got like Clint Howard on an Ice Cream Man one or something like that. But when I saw that mask, I was like, that's too fucking cool. It looks exactly.
Yeah, I have this Clint Howard from Ice Cream Man. I don't know if you can see it, but this thing,
yeah.
this thing is sick.
That was the other one I
Nice.
saw. Yeah. Well, sit here. You guys chat for a second. I'll show off my stuff then.
Yeah, show off your shit, dude.
Oh yeah, I don't have any autograph. Well, I do, but I already showed it on one of the episodes. So.
Oh, but which episode was it?
I don't remember, but it was my Doug Bradley. Hold on.
All right.
It's my Doug Bradley.
Oh yeah, that's sick.
And I made this little guy.
Oh,
I made a bunch of them, and you can
homemade pinhead.
And you can put them on your Christmas tree, or you can hang them on your vanity like I do, or put them on top of like your reptile cages.
That's so cute.
Yeah, they're fun. Oh, there it is.
Dude, that mask is where it's
terrifying.
It's terrifying in all the best ways.
But let me also show you. So Josh was at a convention this weekend, and growing up in New Jersey, I'm a huge like Tox Avenger, all like Lloyd Kaufman stuff, and so he got me this Toxic Crusaders action figure.
That's awesome.
It's signed by Lloyd Kaufman, and he inscribed it Uncle Lloyd Kaufman to Victorious Vlad. But it's in purple.
I didn't even know Lloyd Kaufman did conventions. That's like, I don't know, like if that's like something new that he's just starting, or if that somehow just slipped my fucking like radar that Lloyd Kaufman traveled and did conventions.
He does conventions. He does like book tours, I believe, too. But he's usually at conventions. I feel like he does the East Coast a lot more, like Philly, New York, Boston kind of stuff, more than he would come out here. I believe Josh saw him in like Cleveland or something like that over the weekend.
Doesn't Josh live in Ohio or something?
Yeah. But if you look on Lloyd Kaufman's Instagram, he's always at conventions, it seems like.
Oh man. I don't know where I've been then.
Yeah.
You've been home making beard oil.
Yeah. Well, I don't need Lloyd Kaufman's autograph. I got beard oil.
Hey, do you use your own product?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And how does it feel?
Oh, I love it. Like,
good.
It's so
shiny and silky.
Nice. Yeah,
and you can smell it all day instead of smelling whatever lunch you spilled in there.
Yeah. Anybody who has a beard and says that they do not get food in it, it's a fucking liar.
Oh shit, I don't have a beard and I get food in mine. You know? God.
Right.
But yeah, it's nice to be, have like a nice subtle scent that's not like a colonial overpowerment of,
yeah,
assaulting.
We make our own blends too. So every scent that we have isn't just like, oh, I'm gonna go buy like
here's a peppermint one. Here's a lemon one. Yeah,
it's like it's our own blend. So everything has its own unique smell.
Oh my gosh! See, we'll have to send each other some samples because I use like a particular recipe of carrier oils and then certain amounts of drops of the essentials to create a blend that is pleasant for anybody without them, you smell some people and it's like, well, that's way too much, dude. You're wearing way too much Axe or whatever it is.
God, no offense to anybody who's watching that wears Axe, but God, I hate that stuff. So
I wear Christian Dior's Fahrenheit, okay? And
please just keep it like light. Don't like pour it on yourself.
Oh no, honey, I bathe in it.
Oh God.
I gotta go to the store and get some bottles of Axe. I need to take a bath tonight.
Yeah, right.
Don't use that.
No. But yeah, that's cool. I'm interested to see. I only have one blend I've made so far, and I've just been like sending it to people to see if they like it before I start mass producing it.
Yeah.
And then once that one does its thing, I'll create another.
Yeah. There you go.
Scent or whatever. Anyways, back to you.
Well, typically this is where we ask our fans, our commenters, what we are going to do next week. However, we have a very special guest who goes by the name of Hate My Name, also known as Panda, the Devil. He's an interesting character. If you haven't, go to YouTube, type in Hate with the number 8, H, the number 8, My Name. Good buddy of the company. He's gotten some boxes from us. We started off as like kind of a rocky friendship, but we've grown on one another like mildew.
Barnacles.
Barnacles. He's gonna be on
barnacle relationship.
So we're going to talk to him about like collecting. He's kind of a gatekeeper of the horror community. He makes sure all the shit bags stay out. So he's a good dude, and he'll be on.
I better start packing my bags then.
Out of here. Out of here.
Are you going to come to Crypticon this year?
What was that?
Are you coming to Crypticon this year?
Yeah. We're not going to be vending. Splatterhouse used to vend there all the time, but we haven't vended there in years and years and years. I'm not even on the special list anymore that you get to be put on where they call you back and they're like, hey, you were here every year. You want to be back? No, I have to like wiggle my way back into that. Like,
oh no, has it been that long?
Yeah, it's been way long.
Melissa says she's going to let her husband pick out a beard oil after the podcast. Well, make sure that you also order a Zompire beard oil made to the very specifications to smell like a Zompire. That's put out
it smells exactly what a Zompire would smell like.
Huh. Trying to imagine that.
No, don't.
Really rich.
Let's see.
No, it's so good. So
fermented copper.
What was that?
Fermented copper.
Oh God. Yes, exactly. Smells exactly like fermented copper.
Dried iron.
No, but we sell out of like local like barbershops too, and there's one in Tacoma, and they can't keep that shit in. Like they're just literally like, we need more Zompire. We need more Zompire.
That's awesome. Look at you guys.
Yeah. Well, that I am not going to take credit for Zompire. We sell it and we created it, but when I partnered with Vlad on that, I was like, what do you want for a scent? This is your company's beard oil through us. What do you want? And he was like, can you do vanilla tobacco? And I was like, done. It took me a long time to figure it out. Like I had to keep hitting Vlad up. I was like, dude, I promise you I'm working on this. But like getting this right has been really hard.
Yeah.
And it took us like probably 2 to 3 months to actually get the ratios down on that one where it wasn't like overpowering. And when I finally sent him some, I was like, here you go, buddy. Here's your beard oil. It's a hit. People love it.
Oh, I can't wait to smell it. That's awesome.
It has a nice year-round scent too. It's not like musky that you can only wear in like the fall,
right?
Or too lemony that you can only
and it's not too like flowery or whatever.
No, it's not flowery at all. Yeah.
Richard King says he wants a pumpkin pie beard oil.
Hell yeah!
I just want some pumpkin pie.
That sounds great too.
Well, I don't think we have anything close to pumpkin pie right now. So maybe in the future we can pump out something like that. We do have. Yeah, I don't think we have pumpkin pie.
Yeah, like a seasonal, like fall type of
Yeah, we have some
exclusive
fall.
release.
Well, actually, our boogeyman's it's not pumpkin pie, but it's really fall, and our trick or treat branded one is pretty fall, but still no pumpkin pie.
You
might be on that.
Well, guys, I think that's all we got for you this week on the Zompire Horde podcast. Thank you so much, Patrick VonSmithenstein of BodyScare and Splatterhouse Wreckords, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And you'll be back again sometime because...
Yes, we'd love to have you back.
He says apple cider pumpkin pie. He would buy those.
Okay, who's this? Who was that? I didn't see. Richard King. Richard King. Let's talk, buddy. You got some good ideas.
And you have pets. He makes punk rock pet clothing, like vests and shit.
Oh my God! I used to have our French bulldog used to have a psychobilly vest. It had a gutter demon's back patch. I want another one.
Wait,
oh my gosh, my Hannibal needs something.
Richard King, post your company name so I can post it for these guys.
Yeah.
Come on, now.
Thank you.
Richard King, find me on Facebook. I want some of your stuff, dude.
Yeah, dude.
You're all on my friends list, so it shouldn't be too hard.
Right.
See, look at everybody.
It's called Fright Paws. It's called Fright Paws.
Oh, nice. There it is.
Fright Paws?
Yeah.
Dude, that's a sick name too.
Right there.
I love it.
Richard King, you're awesome. Our French bulldog looked so cool in a punk vest. I want another one. He outgrew it, and we just never made another one. So, I might be buying some vests from you.
Ooh, I wonder if he does custom orders because Hannibal's built a little. He's very deep chested, but he's also long, but also kind of fat. So,
I'm sure you're getting measurements.
Just all the shapes.
Yeah, he used to be thin, but now he's been getting too many drive-through coffee treats, so he's getting fat.
Well, again, Patrick, thank you. Michelle, same bat time channel next week.
Yes.
Bat channel time, same bat. You know what I mean.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
That's right. Welcome to the Zompire Horde podcast. Join us every Monday, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, as your hosts, Vlad the Rad and Michelle of the Dead, discuss horror, true crime, and the macabre. Episodes available on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Join us, won't you?